setup wise, we can see now on the right hand side, just looking a little bit more sort of narrower there, sort of width of shoulders, just a little bit more sort of within that box, whereas this one here just looks a long way sort of stuck out there. And if you then, it looks like you're trying to lean on your left side, which will cause a bit of issue. If you sort of stayed centred there with your body back here, you'd seem so far behind the golf ball and you wouldn't be able to reach it, okay? So your stance being a little bit too wide, obviously the gap between the edge of the mat there we can see. You've moved in there probably, I don't know, 4 or 5 inches? Yeah, quite a bit of gap there, okay? So we've moved that a bit narrower. You could go a little bit wider if you feel you needed to, but I wouldn't be starting to go too far that way, okay? Backswing wise, again, because you've got a wider stance, there's a bit of movement off the ball there. You sort of move back to kind of your centre. Okay.
I can see my head coming.
Yeah, you're moving back up there. Okay. This one here now, not quite so moving off the ball. You sort of stayed and maintained over here. Yeah. Okay, in the same position because you started further that way on this one.
You're further behind.
Exactly. So now that movement laterally side to side, where you're going to go. The key thing and the biggest change you're going to see on these two swings now, as you're coming back into the golf ball now, arms start coming back in. Hips at this point sort of stop, slow down. Arms lift up, and then your arms pulling in here now. Yeah. Right foot flat, right hip's barely moving at all. No, compare that to here now as you come back down. Hip now has already started to move and continue to move. Striking the golf ball, great strike there. Similar sort of look at the difference now. Look at that right foot, the right knee, the belt buckle. Your belt buckle's further around there. Okay, and as we continue on through, that's all moving sort of as a continuation together. Whereas that lower back, you look at that position there, that looks to me in some ways a painful position with that leg back there, the hip trying to come around, the shoulders twisting through and not able to make that sort of full until the last second that foot sort of comes up just to keep
that's just
any pain. Well, exactly, But this one here now, it's driven through, it's moved as its own accord, and you're able to square that club face up and together. You can see there, because the club head at this point looks black, you struck it properly. What you'll notice on this one, it will look grey because the face is twisted. You can see?
Yeah.
Because you hit the golf ball now, you watch these drivers, I'm not mega strong, but if I hold the club there now, I can twist. That grip's not twisted. Look at that club face moving there. That grip's not really moving with me. No. That's just me twisting. So under mile an hour, you catch it off here slightly, it's going to go way right, okay? And that's the problem with some drivers. If you get a little bit of offset shots, and you're coming in with the elbow, pulling the elbow off the body, there's a little bit of daylight there now. This one has the elbow, you can see, is a bit more tucked in, so you're keeping that elbow down. It's not sucking it in, it's just making sure when it just stays with the arm and does this. Yeah. Okay, we just stay there. We don't want to be doing that, and likewise, you don't want to keep it straight. If you keep it straight, you'll find your elbow sort of rotates clockwise, back of your left hand's pointing that way where the club's going to go. So as you come into the golf ball now, you'll see an impact condition sort of that way, as opposed to that way. This elbow's got to stay down. We're still maintaining extension because my right arm's fully extended because I'm twisting through, but it's not that way. Because that way just leads to bald miles right, and then of course then you start trying to do this. Get the old toey ones. If the club face twists, as we can see on there, it's just going right. So already you've got an open club face because of the swing movement. You've hit the club face off the end, of the club's twisted open even more, and it's off the back foot. So you hit a shot basically like that. The information that elbow's going to get is start 20 yards right, cut 20 yards in the air, and it's just probably retreat. So we can get that set up a little bit narrower. I say, just think 4 words: narrower stance, clear hips, or whatever you want to do, that the right hip's got to get around there. I would practice as best you can, if you can. We set out for the next week, just get as much. I mean, to be fair, surprising how much more range of motion. When you were doing that foot movement there with the club, your hips were getting to about there. Okay, and we can see they can get a lot further around. So they can almost get to 90 degrees. Okay, if we can do it from a static position rather than having the momentum of the golf club, you can actually create more moves. So when you get around there now, again, I say twice a day. You stood there anyway, just brush it in, just get as much twist through a fixed point, so we can get these hips round. It'll get a lot less stress on the back because now your spine is in a straight vertical position, not back this way or back that way. And it'll be a healthier swing, as we said last lesson. And one goal for me, really, for a lot of golfers, is to give them the healthiest movement possible. No point saying, swing the club like Dustin Johnson or McIlroy or whatever, and end up in a chiropractor or physio because you're like clicking your back in there. Okay, get your body finishing like here, nice and healthy. That's the best position possible. Okay, you're not going to get any stress on the lower back, and you could then play 3-4 games in a row, and you wouldn't feel like you're going to be, oh my god, going to have a cold bath or something.
Which is what I am.
Exactly. So setup wise, again, if we're too wide, the hips spread out, the hips can't move at all, or they can't move enough. Okay, so that's going to cause you to sort of stay back. And energies of the golf swing create the speed. If you're trying to go straight, it's always going to be that way. If we can get from here, imagine you've got a golf club kind of on your right hip. It's actually quite a good job. Have you got alignment sticks.
Yes.
Okay. You can sort of put an alignment stick through your belt buckle.
Yeah.
Okay. Get a golf club or even your golf bag. So you've got your belt buckle. If I just show you the image. Okay. So you're setting up with an alignment stick like that.
Right.
Okay. And you'll have something sort of roughly on the ground behind you, probably about a couple of feet to the left, and maybe a foot or two behind you that way. And you're going to try and swing that club, hit the object behind you before you hit the golf ball.
Right.
Does that make sense? So your hip line now is going to be this way,
Yeah.
with a stick now hitting something over here as you're making contact with the golf ball.
Okay.
So really get this hip now really trying to twist through round. I mean, some guys put like an umbrella in the ground, you can maybe sort of stab, or put another alignment stick in the ground there.
Yeah.
If it's long enough, hopefully, or stack up some baskets and put them in there. Just try and get that sensation. So what you would have if this was the stick, so to speak, and the object was sort of behind me there, I'm going to come in, hit it, and that's going to be hitting it before I make contact with the golf ball.
Right.
Again, just do some sort of almost practice drills, just try and swing through. Maybe a few wedges and nines just to try and get that feeling nice and slowly. You don't want to be doing too much of a speed and clatter bang and shatter things, but it will just give you the feeling from the top of the backswing now how your lower half is going to work. If we can stretch that
So
twice a day,
yeah,
that's
because
going
what
to give you some range of motion.
Turn my chest instead of turning my hips.
Exactly, yeah. And that's where some of the back problem comes from. A lot of time they'll do this and go, oh, and then your lower back's back here. And you just,
I've got to do that.
yeah, and then he's going to not keep it.
I just need to do that.
As Happy Gilmore says, it's all in the hips.
Yeah.
Literally, as you get these hips working better, we can get a much more functional golf swing. Okay, mate, make sense?
Sounds
Good man, right.